Howdy, folks. My name is Blue, and I love reading books.
My name's Justin, and I do not like reading books.
Welcome to Reading Held Hostage. This is a comedy podcast where I'll be teaching my husband about books from our childhood. To start off today, Justin, can you give me a quick recap of the last time we did this, our pilot episode?
Yes, our pilot episode, which was recorded very recently.
Yesterday night. Or the night before.
And that I edited. So I was in the episode and...
Just give me 5 things.
And edited the episode. 5 things.
5 things.
I can give you 2 things.
No, 5.
Okay, the Starclan.
Okay.
Is ghosts.
They're the warrior ancestors, yeah.
Yeah. 2 legs. Oh, gosh.
What are 2 legs?
People.
Human beings, yeah.
Kitty pets. Oh, why is this book so bad?
What are kitty pets?
Oh, they're the people's cats.
No, they're cats that live with people.
Oh.
Okay, that's 3. 2 more.
Medicine cats do medicine.
Yeah, it has a medicine cat.
Each clan has a medicine cat.
1 more. Can you name any of the cats we talked about?
No. No,
Okay.
Honestly, no.
All right, I'll take 4. I'll take 4 out of 5. That's pretty good. You got 4 out of 5 right. So as you clearly could tell from what my husband was saying just then, we're talking about the Warrior Cat series by Erin Hunter. We did our last episode was the pilot, and it was just a recap of everything Warrior Cats. So today we're going to be starting off with the very first book called Into the Wild. Into the Wild kicked off everything. Book numero 1 in 2003. Again, that's how old Beast is. Beast was born in 2003. She is as old as the Warrior Cats books. Beast is my little sister.
Shout out Beast.
So shout out to Beast. So it came out in 2003. It's called Into the Wild, and it kicked off the Warrior Cats books. But it kicked off a series called The Prophecies Begin.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first overall series for all of the Warrior Cat series, which I mentioned before. I think there's like 8 series of 6 books each.
Oh, God.
Which there are like novellas and anyways, this is numero 1.
Okay, to everybody listening at home, please, dear God, give us bad feedback on the Warrior Cats so we can switch to another series.
I at the very least want to do the first 6.
Okay.
Maybe up to the first 4 series. So Into the Wild was written by Kate Carey. So Justin, I know you said you want to know a little bit about the writers.
Yeah, Kate Carey.
Kate Carey's... One of her trivia questions, I looked at who she was. She's just, a lady who loves cats. I vibe with her.
Yeah.
One of the trivia questions that they asked her was, what warrior cat would you marry? And Homegirl answered.
No.
She had an answer.
Wait. You're telling me off the hip she was like, this cat.
Yeah. This cat, the cat that I wrote is the cat that I'd marry. Human being. To be fair, kind of agree with her.
Oh, no. Blue.
With the cat she picked, but I wouldn't have one off the top of my head that I'd be like...
I wouldn't pick a cat. There'd be no cat I would pick.
Maybe Spottedleaf? She's the medicine cat. And don't forget, she's very sexy. Anyways, that's what I want to talk about. Kate Carey wrote this first book. One of the other trivia facts that I read about her was that when she writes the other books, because she wrote the first 3 or 4, and then she's written other ones here and there, she actually uses the fan-made wiki to write the books to remain consistent because the books are so inconsistent. So she uses the fan-made wiki. I'll be using the fan-made wiki. We're going to go from there.
Why do you say wiki?
What do you say it?
Wiki? Like Wikipedia?
I guess I would say Wikipedia, but when it's Wiki, I say wiki. That's not important. What's important
it's interesting, though.
Is the prologue.
I don't think it is, actually.
So, Into the Wild. We're happening in a battle right off the bat. It's the half moon.
Oh, no.
Okay, so this big
I know
tabby.
what that means.
What's the half moon, Justin?
The half moon is when the moon is half.
It's when the medicine cats are supposed to go speak to Starclan. It's a very important night.
Okay, wait. There's 2 half moons a month.
You're breaking my brain.
There's
It's the half moon.
A waxing
and
and a waning half moon.
When the moon is 1/2, that's when the medicine cats go. They don't tell time the same way we do. They're cats.
It's on different sides of the moon.
I'm not arguing with you about this. This is a
one's the right hand side and one's the left hand side of the moon.
New moon, half moon, and the full moon are the important moons. So
there's 2 half moons. That's what I'm saying.
I believe you. This book is made for 8-year-olds. If that's where we're going to focus, you're really not going to like the next 10 chapters I go over.
I bet I'm not.
So we wake up, we're reading, we start with the half moon. There's a battle going on, and this big tabby cat is fighting with a bracken-colored Tom. I don't really know what bracken-colored is, but he's important. His name is Oakhart, and the tabby is Tiger Claw.
Okay.
And Oakhart is like, this is RiverClan territory, and Tiger Claw is like, it's absolutely not. So a big tabby Tiger Claw, he's accusing Oakhart of being on Thunderclan territory.
Okay.
So they're just fighting. Mousefur's injured. Things are going down. Okay? So then Redtail, the deputy of Thunderclan, goes, we're pulling back. And Tiger Claw's like, but this is Thunderclan territory. And Redtail's like, at what cost? And so they pull back.
So Thunderclan's losing this battle.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to say no because I really like Thunderclan, but yeah, they lost this battle big time. So then we kind of switch, and this old gray she cat is staring at the sky, and she asks this, again, might I just say, very pretty tortoiseshell cat. Don't talk to me about it because they mention how pretty she is so many times, and I didn't digest it.
I wanted to say, did they cut to the battle to this?
Yeah, battle to the cat. But it's like...
Was there any transition or like any explanation of... Okay.
This is... They transition, and Blue Star's looking at the sky, and Spottedleaf comes up. That's the tortoiseshell.
Yeah.
And Blue Star goes, hey, how's Mousefur? That's another cat. And they're like, she's fine. And then Blue Star's like, we have no kits. Like, we're not going to have any apprentices. I'm worried about the future of our clan. And then she goes, Spottedleaf, can you talk to StarClan? And she goes, I can't make that happen. And then StarClan goes, bet. And they send a message. And so they're looking up at the sky when all of a sudden a shooting star goes by, and Spottedleaf goes, fire alone can save our clan. And both of them are like, do you know what this means? Because fire's not good. And they're both like, I don't know. That's just what happened.
So a plane went by, and this cat had a vision.
She didn't have a vision. She just had the prophecy. She didn't have the vision.
Okay, no vision, just seeing. Just hearing. She vibed with it. Oh, gosh. She vibed and she had the prophecy. Blue, I'm going to edit every time you say vibe.
There's a lot of vibes in this.
Okay.
All right, so then we're on chapter 1. We open on Rusty, a young tomcat dreaming of hunting in the woods. He wants this really nice mouse, but before he can get it in his dream, there's kibble being poured into a bowl, and he wakes up and he's all kinds of grumpy.
Look at that mouse.
Look at that nice mouse.
Look at that nice mouse.
He's big peeved because it's nighttime. He didn't get his nice mouse in his dream. Damn. He's wearing his stupid collar, and he's living with his stupid 2 legs.
That's how our cats feel when we put the collars on them.
That's true. So he's pissed. He's an indoor outside cat, so he's going outside to throw like a Twilight level temper tantrum where he just like sits and he's pestered. So he's throwing a temper tantrum because he's mad about not catching the mouse when he just stays outside overnight. And then he's kind of like feeling his fur stand up, and he feels like there's something watching him.
Okay.
All of a sudden he like jumps into the woods, but this like black and white cat named Smudge bothers him, and he's like, hey, be careful, don't go into the woods, dude. There's wild, bone-eating, fat, big, mean cats that live in the woods. And Rusty's like, that's dumb. You're dumb. And then Smudge is like, aight, be safe. So he starts hunting some wild animals, and he does a little booty wiggle like he's going to hunt something.
Oh, yeah.
But his stupid little bell on his collar jiggles. Ugh. So the animal gets away, and he gets peeved. Then out of nowhere, something just pelts into the side of him, and his instinct kicks in, and he's fighting this thing. And then he's like, oh my god, this is just another kitten. And he's like, that's really dumb. And then the kitten just like bats him right in the head.
Smacks him.
Yeah, and then just like starts licking his paw. And the kitten's Greypaw. He's like, hey, I'm Greypaw. I'm training to be a Thunderclan warrior.
Yo, what up? It's me, Greypaw.
It's me, Greypaw.
I'm part of the Thunderclan, and I am less than 6 months old.
He's just 6. It's actually his first night out. He's 6 moons exactly, pretty much. Which, remember that is his first night out, because that makes the timeline of the next couple of chapters.
Yeah.
Greypaw's talking about how he's Thunderclan. He loves it. There's a 4-clan, but don't forget ShadowClan's bad. He mentions that ShadowClan is not the good clan.
Wait, he mentions this to a random cat?
Yeah, right at the very beginning.
Yo, ShadowClan out here.
Yeah, ShadowClan out here. Be stealing our prey like that, bro. And so Rusty's like, you should just live with humans. And Greypaw's like, I literally would rather die. I would literally rather die than do that. And then out of nowhere, Bluestar, the leader of ThunderClan, and Lionheart, who is Greypaw's mentor, come out of nowhere.
So he's slacking.
No, he's not really slacking. He's just like, they were just following it. It's his first night out. He's a baby.
Okay.
They just must have been like, I don't know, let him go fight that thing. I don't know, it'll be funny. they were getting the giggles going on in the bushes. She starts kind of complimenting how Firestar thought, or how I'm getting my names mixed up. I gave you spoilers.
The little kitten.
How Rusty was fighting Greypaw, and that she's been watching him for a while. And
who's the Rusty is the
Rusty's the kitty
one
pet.
with the bell.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Greypaw is the ThunderClan apprentice.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember every bit of this.
I can always pull up the allegiances for you.
Okay.
So he says something dumb about how he can just eat a mouse or two because what is that going to hurt? And she's like, are you kidding me? You're dumb. Are you kidding me? She's like, we do not have that much prey. We have all of these cats we're trying to feed, all these kittens, all these elders, all these warriors. And we have other clans we're fighting it again. And then now we're going to go into chapter 2 because it basically just continues into chapter 2.
So they're being a game officer. They're like, hey, no hunting. No hunting. This is the off season.
Well, I mean, I suppose. But he apologizes. He's like, I'm so sorry. And then he's like,
damn, I really regret catching that mouse. I should have thought about the ramifications.
He didn't catch the mouse.
Oh, okay.
But he was gonna. And that's what matters. She's like, you fat kitty pets be coming into our territory, stealing our mice. And then you just go home, you're just doing it for play. He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't think of it that way. Because he's a baby.
Okay.
So then he's like, what's going on with the clans? What do you got there? And Lionheart's like gabbing with him. And then Bluestar out of nowhere just kind of goes, if you want to know, join the clan.
Yeah.
She goes, do it. And then he's like, okay. But then Lionheart's like, are you sure about that? Like, he's a kitty pet. We all know that.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Like, kitty pet blood is so weak and tiny, and no kitty pet could be a warrior. Hey, Justin, look at me. I'm going to wink at you in real life because, hint, hint, he's a pretty good warrior. So then, plus he's like not allowed to live with one paw in kitty pet life and one paw in the warrior life. It's either you're a warrior or you're a kitty pet. No in between Z's.
And this is a cat made up rule?
It's part of the warrior code.
Oh, okay.
It's part of the warrior code, babe.
Okay, so, we got the first rule of the warrior code. For everybody collecting at home, number 1 rule, you cannot be a kitty pet while you're a warrior.
Yeah, you have to choose. It's really loyalty is the first rule of the warrior code.
Okay.
Does that make it?
Kitty pet loyalty.
No. Warrior loyalty to the clan.
Okay.
So anyways, Bluestar's like sniffing around. She goes, I can still tell you're still a Tom.
Oh,
he still has his nuts and he hasn't been to the cutter yet.
Oh.
So she's like, because you haven't been to the cutter yet, you can still come join us because you can still have babies. This is the second chapter. And then he goes, okay, do you mind if I just like take a night and think on it and I'll meet? And she goes, yeah, Lionheart will meet you back here at sunrise.
Are they grooming this kitten to come join their clan?
Grooming? Do you mean sharing tongues, Justin? Is that what you meant? So that was
no, I meant the predatory grooming.
No, she's not grooming him. She's just letting him know that.
And wait. Rewind. Did you say sharing tongues?
Yeah, that's what they call grooming each other. They share tongues after. I have it in the next chapter. So, chapter 3. He sees Smudge in the morning. Smudge is the cat he, like, gabs with at this kitty pet life. And he's talking about Rusty's talking about how he's going to join the clan. So he doesn't become a lazy old cat after the cutter like Henry did. Henry's one of their neighbors. They have a cute little outside time together, you know, running around being kitty pets. And then he goes to meet Lionheart, who makes fun of him for not being able to tell there's another cat with him, White Storm. And he's like, you're literally dumb. Like, did you not smell this other cat? This is White Storm. He's like a king and he's like a senior warrior of the clan. And you didn't even see him. And White Storm's like, yeah, you're stupid. I can't believe you didn't smell me.
So they're hazing him.
Well, yeah, they have to.
How dare you not smell my presence?
Yeah, literally.
I reek.
I reek of Thunderclan and White Storm. So then White Storm and Lionheart are like freaking bolting through the woods. They're like running top speed through the woods. And again, Rusty's like a kitten. He's only 6 months old. So he's like, he just like can't keep up with them very well. He's like, they're going through water. They're hopping up. Anyway, they again rag on him when he can't tell separate cat scents. When they get to the base, they're like, can you tell where we are? And he's like, no, I haven't been out in the woods ever. And they're like, you're dumb again. That's our base in the gorge bush.
Obviously.
Yeah, literally. So they get into the base and it's sun high. So Justin, this is where the sharing tongues takes place because all the cats are outside. The elders, the queens and the kids, everybody's outside sharing tongues. Then Blue Star announces his arrival to the clan with the absolute classic. Let all those cats, old enough to catch their own prey, join here beneath the high rock for a clan meeting. That's what she says every time. So it's a classic.
So it's their Avengers Assemble.
Yeah, it's their Avengers Assemble, but with cats and much, much longer and kind of a mouthful.
Yeah, it's like a poem instead of Avengers Assemble.
Yeah. Everybody, come on, let's gather.
Doth Avengers come to the tower so we can protect the people.
Also, again, they're cats. So, like, somebody, like, a cat wave size, a baby girl wave. Imagine them getting on a big rock and being, like, a rock, like a regular rock, because they're not that big, and being like, everybody gather beneath me.
It's a box. It's, like, the size of a milk crate.
Yeah, literally. But then, like, in your kid brain, in my kid brain at least, I would imagine, like,
a
Simba,
tower.
like the Lion King rock. I was like, oh my God, she's on top of that. And all the animals are, it's probably just a big rock.
Yeah.
Just a big rock.
Just a big rock.
So anyways, she gathers everybody with the absolute classic. She talks about how they have, like, literally no apprentices because they only have Ravenpaw, Greypaw, Dustpaw, and Sandpaw, so that's only 4 apprentices. That's really not that many.
They have Raven from Teen Titans?
No. So they have Ravenpaw. He becomes a vitally important character. She gathers everybody. They're talking about that, and she's like, Rusty over here, who's a kitty pet, is going to join as an apprentice. And everybody's like, absolutely not. I think not. I veto that.
He smells like human.
Literally, they're like, he smells terrible. I don't want to deal with that. He's even got a collar.
Sharing tongues with him.
Actually, Longtail is getting big peeved. So Longtail is like a really light colored tabby with a dark
long
tail.
Tail?
A dark tail.
Oh, sorry.
I like him. He's a new warrior.
You've said that about like half the cats we've talked about so far.
That's why this episode's going to be so long. It's because I have to introduce all the characters. A lot of these characters.
That you like.
I love them. Longtail comes with us for a really long time, okay? Longtail gets big pissy, and he's like, that guy's a pansy. I'm not doing this. And then Lionheart kind of gets in Rusty's ear and goes, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about him? Are you going to let him talk to you that way? And then Firepaw's like, where is this guy? Beep, beep, beep. And then he pinpoints him and he just pounces. And Longtail's like, ah! So, then Longtail straight up just starts like suffocating him with his collar. He's like got him by the collar. Oh. And then it pops because it's probably a breakaway collar because you don't want your cat to die.
He got the garrote wire out.
Yeah, he's like, and then Blue Star goes, it's a sign from StarClan. He was fighting for his honor. And his kitty pet life token, his collar, was removed. She goes, his name's Firepaw. So that's chapter 3.
Cool.
Well, actually, I lied. Because right before chapter 3 ends, that's when the real drama happens. I know, not enough drama.
No, not the drama.
So Greypaw and him are gabbing, and then out of nowhere, this skinny black cat, besides the very tip of his tail, it's a little black spot, or a little white spot, comes out of nowhere, and he's like big floof. He's spooked. He's freaking out. His mentor's missing, Tiger Claw, which we introduced earlier.
Yeah.
Apparently, they all went out at sunrise with Redtail to fight RiverClan. And Blue Star goes, Ravenpaw, speak. And he's like, then he goes, Redtail's dead.
Oh.
End of chapter 3.
Okay. I got really connected to that character, so that kind of
Redtail,
hurts.
I know.
It hits me.
The deputy, the next leader of Thunderclan.
Yeah, I know who that is.
With Thunder?
No, the deputy.
Oh, okay. I was like, babe, Thunderclan's a clan we're going to talk about exclusively, pretty much. So, yeah. Justin, that was 3 chapters. I have 6 more to go. Do you have any questions thus far?
Oh, no.
You sure? It's about to get really intense.
Oh, yeah. I'm keeping up.
Okay. Well, so chapter 4 starts with everybody being like, that's fake. Like, you're lying. Like, that wouldn't happen. Warriors don't just kill other warriors. And then Ravenpaw's like...
what is... They don't just...
It's not part of the warrior code to just, like... massacre other cats. I mean, you fight for your territory, but you're not just like slitting throats.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay. So
it's like an honor thing.
Cool. It's just like, I've been defeated, I will withdraw.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, like, because you have to have enough warriors to fight and protect the kits, and it's like a circle.
Okay.
Like a feedback loop. So anyway, Ravenpaw's like panting. He's like in shock. He's got those big... He's Black Cat, so he's got those big eyes. Mm-hmm. And he's like, Oakheart was there. And like, he went back down. And then he and Redtail fought. And then he just passes out. And then Spottedleaf, who again, might I add, is sexy, as per the book's description, but in kids' way, where they call her beautiful. So Spottedleaf comes out with cobwebs, because cobwebs do what, Justin? Stop the bleeding.
Everybody say it with us.
Stop the bleeding. That's what cobwebs do.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not how that works.
Did I mention Spottedleaf is sexy?
You did, but that doesn't change
that way now.
How injuries work.
It's just a little shoulder wound. So anyway, Tiger Claw comes through dragging dead Redtail into the clan because the clan has to do a last sharing of the tongues ritual. Oh. So he comes in and he's like, Redtail died with honor, and Oakheart actually killed him. So I, Tiger Claw, killed Oakheart, which is not really how warriors work, but everybody's in shock right now. So then...
So it was just a retaliation murder?
Yeah, which isn't like a revenge is not really something they have.
Okay.
So then the clans, like the elders, Redtail's parents, his kits, start sharing tongues with Redtail. And Greypaw goes to Firepaw, even if his spirits in StarClan, in Silver Pelt, which is what they call stars, I think that's adorable, they still see him again in StarClan one day. He's like, Dustpaw will be sad because that was his mentor. And then Tiger Claw gets all kinds of fussy. He's like, Spottedleaf, can you even save Ravenpaw? Because I did all this training on him, and it would just absolutely suck to lose him after I did all this work. And Spottedleaf is like, are you kidding me?
Wait, where's Ravenpaw?
Ravenpaw passed out.
Oh, okay.
So he's just like in the midst of things.
Okay.
And Tiger Claw's like, are you going to even be able to save him? Like, I did so much work with him. And Spottedleaf is like, get out of my space. I don't even want to deal with you. Like, it would suck, I guess. Yeah, but then he'd also be dead, Tiger Claw. And then this is where...
Hey, Doc, can you help my kid? I've raised him so much from now.
Mm-hmm.
Please save him so I don't have to do it again.
Yeah, pretty much. And then Spottedleaf is like, get out of my face. And she's like, you wouldn't dare argue with me, a medicine cat. And he's like, you right. So then Greypaw's kind of like showing him around. And he's like, look at the high rock. Look at the nursery. Look at the warrior's den. Look at all this spot. And
Firepaw's like giving him the tour.
Yeah, pretty much. And in the book, one of the things notes is like Firepaw's like, Greypaw's like taking this duty really seriously. But in my head, I'm like, Redtail is literally dead, sitting in the middle of the clearing, just dead, being mourned by his family members.
Just a corpse, and they're like, check out this rock.
Yeah, literally.
Look how tall this rock is.
He's like, and then the kits lay here. Isn't that cool? It's like, his kids are mourning him, right? He doesn't have any kids right now.
This is where we take naps. This is a big rock. There's a dead guy.
Yeah, pretty much. He actually ends up meeting the elders, who are Half-Tail, Small-Ear, One-Eye, and Dappletail. And then that is Firepaw's first taste of mouse, and he's like, "Woo-wee, this stuff's way better than the garbage they gave
mouse."
Me. And then they kind of talk about how, wow, I can't believe Redtail is dead. Like, it was just a while ago. It feels like that she was the deputy right after she lost her kits. It's crazy. And then they're like, I wonder who the new deputy will be. And then very conveniently, Blue Star goes, hey guys, I'm about to announce the new deputy.
Hey everybody, I heard you having a conversation over there.
The new deputy will actually be Lionheart, because he's got a lot of experience. And then they're like, Dustpaw, I know you need a new mentor, and it has been less than 5 minutes since your mentor has passed away.
We'll figure this out. We'll figure this out right now.
You know what? Darkstripe, why don't you take Dustpaw? And then they touch noses, because that's what that's what their, what's it called?
Handshake.
Tradition is.
Tradition.
So they touch noses, and it's like really awkward and uncomfortable because, again, his mentor just died like 5 minutes ago. So, and then they're going over like Greypaw and Firepaw going to meet the other apprentices, and Sandpaw, who is a sandy-colored tabby, is like, I don't want no stupid, stinky kitty pet living near me. He's stupid and stinky.
That's true.
And Whitestorm comes around and goes, calm down, you're my apprentice, behave. And then Firepaw's like, oh, this will be so fun. And that's the end of chapter 4.
He's chilling.
Chapter 5. The day after all that just happened is their first day of training. And Greypaw is like, oh, Ravenpaw won't be.
What do they do with the corpse?
He gets buried at sunrise by the elders.
Okay.
Yeah. So they don't say that in the book. That's just something I know from the other books.
Oh no, they're just like,
so I
guess continuity. We never buried this guy.
Yeah. I suppose now that I'm thinking about it, they never say that they actually bury Redtail. I just know that in the future, the elders bury the dead cats. Although, I guess nobody else does. There's so many characters. Somebody else has to die. So yeah, Greypaw comes around and he's like, I know it's only been one single day since Ravenpaw's grave injury, but stupid idiot won't be training with us. And Tiger Claw's like,
moron. He's in the infirmary, whatever, recovering
from a major injury. And Tiger Claw's like, oh, he's such a pansy. I can't believe this guy.
I can't believe this wuss.
So Lionheart and Tiger Claw, because Firepaw doesn't technically have a real mentor right now.
Yeah.
They're going to just take them out into the territory. And I'll remind you, it is Greypaw's second day on the job as an apprentice. And they're like, Greypaw, you don't even know where we're going. You should know all this by now. And Greypaw's like, oh, that's the Great Sycamore. That's Sunning Rocks. That's the Adder Rocks. And I'm like, it's your second day, boy. Kids aren't even supposed to. Anyways, it's just funny.
So he's just calling out stuff like he knows it.
Yeah. And it's like, they're fine with that. So anyway, there's a tree cut place near the area they're traveling through, which is like a pine cut forest. I can't remember what they call it, but it's a pine forest that the two legs cut down in Greenleaf. So it's kind of just like a tree cutting factory.
Yeah.
So then they kind of go to check on Sunning Rocks where Redtail died, which seems way too soon.
Let's just check out this cool location.
They go around to the 4 trees and talk about how the other clans all meet there once a month. And Firepaw is like big dumb. And he's like, why can't we all be friends? And Lionheart and Tiger Claw are like, why can't
we be friends?
They're like, that's going to get you killed out here, kid. And they're
you can't have friends.
Yeah, so back off. And so then they're like, you'll never guess. Even though it was just the half moon, tonight is the full moon, and there's a gathering tonight.
It's full moon right after 2 days.
Remember the first battle for Sunning Rocks?
Yeah.
Was on the half moon.
2 days ago.
Yeah, and then we'll remember how you're talking about how there's 2. This must be one of the other half moons.
That's not how it works.
So they're talking about how awesome that is and how clan loyalty is going to make them all really strong. They see the thunder path.
Blind nationalism.
I mean, yeah, kind of. There's actually a lot of that later because Blue Star kind of goes muy loco.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not a pretty sight for them.
Yeah.
So they avoid Snake Rocks. They do the whole territory and they get back. And Dustpaw and Sandpaw are being like extra snooty. And they're like, oh, even though you just joined last night, you're not going to the gathering tonight? Wow, you're stupid.
Unbelievable.
And then Firepaw asks Greypaw if he has been to the gathering, even though it is Greypaw's second day being apprentice. It is day 2. And Firepaw's like, hey, Greypaw, have you been to, one of the things that happens once a moon? Greypaw's like, no.
Dude, this is my, 5th moon.
And then, again, same day. Well, it's technically the next morning. All of a sudden, Ravenpaw's healed.
Okay.
And he's going to join them. But he's, really jumpy.
Okay, so they don't know how time works.
No. So then they're working on hunting maneuvers. And Tiger Claw's just, really freaking mean to Ravenpaw. He's like, you're dumb, you can't do anything.
The guy who just got out of the medicine cat.
Yeah, 2 days after an open wound on his shoulder, he's back. And he's like, my shoulder's stiff. And Tiger Claw's like, just bear it and shut up.
That's kind of how cats are, though.
That is kind of how real cats are, but this is a book about cats.
Yeah.
So then out of nowhere, they're like, okay, this has been 2 single days of training for Firepaw and 3 for Greypaw. Go kill something. Go.
You're warriors now. Go do war, please.
Do war, please. And Firepaw kills a mouse, and he's like, this is the life for me.
Yeah.
So wrapping up chapter 5, we did that. Chapter 6. So actual time has passed. They state 2 moons, so that's months.
Okay.
Have passed since Firepaw joined Thunderclan. He's on his first solo mission. He's bringing back fresh kill, which is the most important thing to do.
And how long has he been training? In
2 moons and 2 days.
Oh, 2 moons and 2 days. Okay.
So he's smelling some fox smells while he's out. He's like, that smells kind of familiar because he was smelling it when he first came into town, but came into the forest.
When he walked on into town, when he rode in on his horse.
So he's getting all kinds of peeved because he can smell something else behind the fox, but fox stench is so gross. And then all of a sudden, it's fatty, fat Greypaw, who's not very stealthy.
Blech.
One of the jokes is that Greypaw is just a huge cat. So he's just a big old chunky boy.
Yeah.
So apparently Blue Star has a message and ShadowClan has been prowling around at their WindClan border, which is super weird. So she's going to do that. And Greypaw was coming to tell Firepaw.
Okay.
But Greypaw's like, hey, do you smell that fox? And Firepaw's like, yeah, I'm not dumb. And Greypaw goes, I think that's a lot more fresh. We should probably warn the queens back home because foxes tend to eat the babies.
Okay.
And then they're like, okay, cool. Let's go somewhere else to hunt. And then Firepaw gets kind of ballsy.
Okay, let's not do that right now.
Yeah, actually. That's not important. I don't.
Hey, this life and death thing, let's wait on that for a little bit.
We'll just put a pin in it. So then they're going around, and Firepaw gets kind of ballsy because now they're near the Thunder Path.
Yeah.
And he steps on it. But the Thunder Path is what separates ThunderClan and ShadowClan's border.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he sees some movement across. And then, a monster comes, which is, again, what they call cars. And he jumps back. And he's like, oh my god, I just saw my first ShadowClan warrior.
Whoa.
That's crazy. And that's chapter 6.
Okay.
Chapter 7. So Greypaw's gone off to tell Blue Star. And Firepaw's milling about and smells like a really weird scent. He's like, I can tell she's an old she-cat who's not in ThunderClan, which is not a lot of information.
An old she-cat.
Yeah, not in Thunder. Well, it said not young in the book. I was like, what a not pertinent piece of information.
Not young at all.
So the she-cat surprises him and pounces on him. Firepaw is not good at not being surprised. Again, that's twice in one day. And she's like, Yellowfang is going to kill this. She actually refers to herself in the third person as Yellowfang.
Yes, me, Yellowfang. Yellowfang is going to kill this creature.
So then he pranks her by going limp, so she feels like she's gotten the best of him. And then he I always imagined him doing a big crunch and then whipping him off of them.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't make any sense.
Big kick.
Well, yeah, I guess. I don't even really know how to describe it. And so they fight for a little bit, and then she's just old. So she's like, I'm done. I'm just here to hunt. He's like, no. And then she goes, end it then. Kill me.
Okay.
She goes, let me go. And he's like, how about I'm not going to do that? And then he's like, a real warrior would kill me. So she's like egging him on to murder her.
Do it. Kill me.
Literally.
Kill me. I dare you to kill me.
He lets her go, and then he's letting his morality get the better of him, and he catches a rabbit for her. It's his first prey he's caught this whole time, which is like...
And he doesn't take it home.
Yeah, right? It's big no-no for the warrior code. So Yellowfang, he kind of like takes a second while she's cleaning. He actually like notes that he's really gross, and she's like cleaning herself, and he's like, I really don't think one clean's gonna do anything for you. Which is so mean.
Bro, you need to jump in the river or something.
So she's like a mid-length haired, matty gray cat with one of those cats that has like the short nose, the like flat front face.
Yeah.
So she's that kind of cat. And she's got, I think it's yellow eyes or amber eyes.
Okay.
Then both of them are like, somebody's coming because, you know, we're in your territory. And so he's kind of like hiding her. And then he's like in his cat brain, he's like, oh, shoot. This was my first solo mission, and not only did I not catch anything for the clan, I fed a strange cat, and she's still here.
Oh, he's like, dang, I'm gonna be in trouble.
This is not good. That's the end of chapter 7. So now we're moving on to chapter 8. Yellowfang can't run because she's old, and she just, you know, got her butt kicked.
Yeah.
And so a Thunderclan patrol consisting of Tigerclaw, Darkstripe, Willowpelt, Bluestar, and Greypaw approach. And Bluestar's like, that's not some strange cat, yo. That's the ShadowClan medicine cat. And then she goes, oh, Firepaw. Not only that, did you eat? And he's like,
she made me.
She put a gun to my head and told me I had to. But then, you know, under his breath, Tigerclaw's like, once a kitty pet, always a kitty pet.
Yeah.
Yellowfang's the old ShadowClan medicine cat who's now choosing to travel alone. Air quotes.
Okay.
Bluestar notes that Yellowfang's like super important and she might have some information. So
they're going to do a cat investigation.
Yeah, they're going to do a very important investigation.
Call FBI Feline Bureau of Investigation.
Oh my God, babe, that was so good. So they're like behind and tight. Firepaw's got his tail stuck between his legs. He's like, oh my God, I did something bad.
Yeah.
And Greypaw's just like gabbing because Greypaw just tuck. He's like, yeah, she might be, I've heard of her. She's a medicine cat, but she actually is one of the very rare medicine cats who used to be a warrior first. And then she became a medicine cat, which like asterisks here for my knowledge of warrior cats. There is literally another medicine cat at this point in time who is a warrior who's become a medicine cat. So not only is it not that rare, it's happened twice within the same generation.
It's not like Spottedleaf. It's another one in a different clan.
Yeah, it's Mudfur with RiverClan.
Okay.
He actually even had kids and everything. And medicine cats are not supposed to have kids. Which is like, not only did it not happen, it happened twice. Anyways. So Firepaw is like kind of noting how like brave Yellowfang is. Like she is not letting anybody get to her. She's not taking any help. She's strong. Spottedleaf starts like taking care of her because she's wounded and she's like, screw off. I'm a medicine cat. I know what to do. And then Tigerclaw is like arguing with Bluestar under the high rock. And he's like, we should move camp. Like, what if they come get us? And Bluestar's like, you're literally dumb. Why would she go back? She's clearly on her own. Look at her.
Wait, they're at the moon rock?
No, at the high rock. Did I say?
High rock. Yeah. Okay.
There's a lot of rocks.
That's what forests have.
Rocks. Our forests don't have big rocks like that.
Wait, where are they?
Where are what?
Where are these cats?
They're in Europe.
Europe?
They're allegedly in Europe.
Okay.
So anyway, they're like, Tigerclaw's like, we need to move. And Bluestar's like, absolutely not. You're big dumb. And then she's like, Tigerclaw, think of this. What if we learned information from her? And Tigerclaw's like, oh my God, I didn't even think of that. That's such a good idea.
Oh, what if we asked this cat anything?
Too much, make too much sense. So then Bluestar's kind of like stalking over to Firepaw and he's like, oh my God. And then she goes, Frostfur. So she pranked him. Frostfur is a nursing queen. She's like, hey, just so you know, the fox that can come eat your kittens that we mentioned 2 chapters ago that like didn't really matter.
Yeah, they're finally telling them.
Yeah, they're like, Frostfur, I know you're nursing your babies, but just there's a fox.
There's a fox that probably eat them.
One of the apprentices actually now, Dust Paw, who becomes Dust Pelt eventually, his whole thing is, dude can fortify a nursery. Oh my God, can he fortify a nursery? Can he freaking weave those freaking branches?
Oh God.
In the nursery. Every book, if there's a battle, Dust Pelt's fortifying the nursery. That is not a joke. He literally just fortifies the nursery. That's all he does.
Wait. You're saying they're coming? I gotta go.
I gotta go fortify the nursery. What if they get the kids? I gotta fortify the nursery. And then, of course, every other warrior's like, we wouldn't go for the kids. That would be really, really bad. That's awful. Anyways, so Firepaw's like, I'm going to try to get some food because I didn't really eat. And she's like, yeah, absolutely not. Good try. You are bad today.
Good try, bucko.
And then Blue Star's like, clan, I have an announcement. We have Yellowfang here. And Firestar's like, crap. She's going to get me crap. And Blue Star goes, okay. Also, another thing, I went into WindClan territory and it didn't smell like WindClan. It smelled like ShadowClan, and I didn't see any WindClan warriors. And everyone's like, whoa, are we thinking that what?
ShadowClan is
pushed out WindClan.
Pushed out, yeah.
Yeah, so ShadowClan has this new leader, Broken Star, who just got his 9 lives after the death of Ragged Star. And they have like no clue what this new leader's like. They haven't had a gathering with him yet, or they had 1 or 2 gatherings with him yet, but they haven't had like a lot of information. So they're like, Yellowfang, can you give us any of the gossip? And Yellowfang's like, literally, absolutely not. I'm not a traitor. But she's like mean and grumpy like an old lady would. So she's like, no, screw off. I'm not doing that. So then Blue Star's like, great idea. To punish Firepaw, I'm going to take him on as apprentice, which is not a punishment. Greypaw's like, oh my God, dude.
Actually.
That is usually only happens when apprentices or when deputies have kids, which again, their old deputy Redtail is dead.
Yeah.
So I don't think Lionheart has any kids. Let me look.
Oh, gotta do some quick research.
Yeah, I could pull up my, what's it called?
Family tree?
Yeah, my family tree, but, oh, he does have kids. I forgot they were his kids. So his kids are actually, so Frostfur, the cat that I said earlier that's in the nursery right now.
The one who fortifies?
Dust Pelt fortifies.
Oh, okay.
Frostfur is a nursing queen. Her kids are...
his kids.
Yeah, so anyways, it doesn't matter.
Her kids are my kids. My kids are her kids.
So you get what I'm saying. Yeah. So usually only reserved for kids of deputies, which apparently they do have right now, but they're little tiny babies.
Yeah.
So she goes, also, Yellowfang is allowed to stay until she is healed, and she should be treated with respect. She is the medicine cat of ShadowClan. She knows a lot. Yeah,
they kind of get immunity.
Yeah, pretty much. And then she goes, Firepaw, as your real punishment, you'll be taking care of her. You're going to clean her dirt. You're going to treat her wounds. You're going to take her fleas and her ticks, and you're going to deal with her.
Cool.
Dirt is what they call poop.
Oh, okay.
Which is cute. So that's chapter 8. Babe, we only have 2 more chapters. So do you have any questions thus far?
Not yet.
Okay. 2 more chapters. So chapter 9. Yellowfang is like spitting in rage. She's like, I'm not letting some stupid kitty pet who's got thin ass blood, because we all know that warrior blood is way better than kitty pet blood.
It's way thicker. You're gonna need a bypass.
You see this biceps on this warrior cat blood? It's not on that kitty pet blood. So he's like going off on her. He's like, shut up. Shut up. I kicked your butt. I got you a rabbit. You're back here now. You're going to live because of me. And she goes, but she's not like actually crying. He's just like, oh my God, I killed her. Like something's wrong. And she's just laughing. She's just an old cat. So she goes, get out of my face. Go get me a goldenrod. Go get me a goldenrod poultice.
What is a goldenrod?
I'm going to tell you about everything because this is medicine cat stuff and I always thought it was interesting. Go get me a goldenrod poultice. Give me poppy seeds and go get stuff from Spottedleaf.
Okay.
So poppy seeds are for pain. It's
opium.
So they use
cats opium. Shoot up.
They just be eating opium like it's nobody's business.
Okay.
Goldenrod protects like wounds. It's like I was going to compare it to the other thing that Spottedleaf gives for it's for infection.
Okay.
And so anyway, he goes to Spottedleaf. He's like, give me that. And then Spottedleaf, who again is very sexy because Yellowfang has yet once again mentioned how sexy Spottedleaf
Oh my God.
This is chapter 10 or chapter 9. So then Spottedleaf is like, okay, that's exactly what I would have given her, but actually give her this marigold too because that's good for infection.
Okay.
So Justin, what are cobwebs for?
For spiders to catch bugs.
What are they for real in the Warrior Cats world?
Oh, for real in the Warrior Cats world? The bleeding?
Yes, they stop wounds. And then goldenrod and marigold help infection, and then poppy seeds is opium.
It's opium, yeah.
Yeah. So then 3 days later...
Wait. Do they know it's poppy seeds? Do they call it poppy? They call
them poppy seeds, yeah. Okay. I don't think they have opium for cats. They're not shooting up heroin.
No, but like, I know that. But like, why do they know they're poppy? They call the humans 2 legs. Why are they calling them poppy seeds?
Well, Justin, it comes from...
Why are they calling the cobwebs cobwebs?
Because things are their own name. It's not like the 2 legs are like, hey, what's up? I'm a human being. They can't speak cat.
Cats can't speak people.
Well, the cats that live, the kitty pets, actually end up calling the 2 legs, they call them their owners and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm not saying a human taught a cat how to be a medicine cat. StarClan taught the cat that.
They didn't teach them how to extract opium from poppy seeds.
They just munch on the poppy seeds. Anyways, 3 days later, the apprentices wake up and Firepaw has to go take care of Yellowfang instead of doing like apprentice duties.
Yeah.
This has always made me gross, is that the way they get rid of fleas is they like crack them in their mouth. They like... Yeah, they just like give them a good crunch, which I never liked.
No.
A few kittens are playing with ShadowClan, like playing like ShadowClan. They're like, I'm Broken Star and I'm going to kick your butt. And Yellowfang's like, get out my face.
Okay.
And she's like, I have never had kittens. Never. Okay. I was a warrior first, but I did not have kittens.
I'm a
virgin. Okay?
Oh, God. I'm a virgin medicine cat.
I'm a virgin medicine cat. Anyway, she's like, I have a tick I can't get rid of. Go get some mouse bile from Spottedleaf.
Wait, mouse bile?
So mouse bile is what they used to get ticks off, and it is from the gallbladder of mice.
Yeah, I know what bile is.
Yeah, so...
But what the...
They put it on moss, and then they stick it to the tick, and it smells really bad.
Yeah, I bet.
So... she gives him, they spend the rest of the day hunting, and then eventually Ravenpaw, they're kind of like having like an after day gab.
Yeah.
Ravenpaw managed to get a compliment from Tigerclaw because he called a big crow. Ravenpaw's a really good hunter.
Okay.
So then Greypaw he's like, Firepaw, don't get up. You've been taking care of that old hag for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I'm full. I'll get her something while you eat. And then Tigerclaw goes, hey, you're certainly not taking that food over to Yellowfang because that's not your duty, right? And he's like, no, I wouldn't do that at all. No, that wasn't me. And he goes, then eat it. And then Greypaw's like stuffed to the brim. And he's like, so he gobbles the mouse down and he's like in pain for the rest of the night. And then, Yellowfang's like, bam. So that's chapter 9.
Okay.
We have one more chapter. So I just want to say that chapter 10, this book has 25 chapters plus the prologue. After chapter 10, I was 47% done with the book.
So it's rapid fire
it's
after this.
It's really quick. So then he like wakes up and it was kind of like rainy. He's like 9 moons now. So he kind of like floofed up because it was all rainy. So he's got like his baby fur still. Mm-hmm. He's cute. So again, I just want to reiterate that Yellowfang big hates the kittens. She was like, I'd literally rather get wet at night than move any closer to the nursery. I hate kittens.
Yeah.
So Blue Star goes, hey, Firepaw, come over here. She's like, hey, I just want to let you know that I think it's finally time that you go back to training with the other apprentices, particularly Greypaw and Ravenpaw, because Tigerclaw wants to assess you and your warrior skills. So they're going to be hunting alone. Ravenpaw is going to go between the Great Sycamore and the Snake Rocks. This is important because I can show you the map.
Oh, okay. There's a map.
You saw a map-ish. I think you could see it kind of on my Kindle. Greypaw is going to go along the stream to the Thunder Path, and Firepaw is going to go to the tall pines by the tree cut place.
Yeah.
Somehow, Tigerclaw will be watching all 3 of them simultaneously to assess them. But as he's hunting by the 2 lake houses, Firepaw is attacked by an intruder. He like beats the crap out of him, and it turns out it's
Firepaw beats the crap out of him, or
out of the intruder.
Out of the intruder, okay.
And it turns out that it's Firepaw's old friend named Smudge, who's now big and fat because he went to the cutter. And at the end of chapter 10, Firepaw's like, woo-wee, I sure did dodge a bullet there. I'm very glad that's not me.
Okay.
And that is the end of chapter 10.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned, don't get neutered, become a feral cat instead.
Okay.
That's the lesson we learned from. And
awesome.
The second lesson we learned is, what's the first warrior code?
You don't be a kitty pet.
It's loyalty.
Okay.
Loyalty is the first. Loyalty to the clan above all else.
Okay. We're going to have to do an episode where I take a shot every time you make me say kitty pet.
Maybe. I think you'd black out. All right. Do you have any extra questions?
Can we be done?
I suppose we can. Thank you folks so much for listening to Reading Held Hostage. This was our first episode on Into the Wild.
Yes. And make sure you come back next week and listen to our episode and tell your mom to listen to our episode.
My name's Blue. I love to read, particularly the warrior cats.
My name's Justin, and I hate to read.
I want to shout out my awesome cousin Chloe, who made our awesome, beautiful artwork. Their name on Instagram is at CHLOES_ART4804. That's at Chloe's_art4804. Thanks,